The National Social Security Fund has been on the receiving end over its continued delays in making public its financial report, despite continuously receiving funds from Kenyan workers. A situation that took the intervention of the Commission on Administrative Justice, or the Office of the Ombudsman, for the NSSF to publish their financial performance for the period ending June 30th, 2024. Jimmy Mbogo now takes us through the findings of the Auditor General's reports, which indicate significant financial impropriety at the cost of those who hoped for a secure retirement.
The latest financial report by the National Social Security Fund for the financial year ending June 2024 has exposed significant financial misappropriation at the institution. According to excerpts from the Office of the Auditor General on the NSSF financial health, the institution failed to show progress in the refund of taxes totaling to 904,336,114 shillings, which were inadvertently paid to the Kenya Revenue Authority and were to be refunded after the fund became tax exempt. This costing retirees interest had the funds been invested. Further, the report shows that NSSF acquired a piece of land in Nairobi's Upper Hill area at a cost of 115 million shillings, but the parcel of land's title deed was revoked in April 2010 on grounds that the parcel was reserved for public use. In what appeared to be a run-of-bad investment decision, the Auditor General found that NSSF had invested in two companies between 2023 and 2024. The companies' values tanked by 17.64%, costing members a total of 27,218,265 from a valuation of 157,294,756 in 2023 to 127,076,491 shillings by 2024. The Auditor General noting that the value for money from the two companies could not be confirmed. A situation that is also replicated in the NSSF shareholding in the investment in a loss-making bank, where the institution holds shares valued at 38,428,500 shillings and worsened by the investment in government securities, where the fund spent 12 billion shillings to purchase bonds 500,711,695 shillings premium without satisfactory explanation. The audit shows that bonds were bought at a premium cost and sold at a loss, with the years under review booking a capital loss of 272,045,067. The audit report shows that the fund is sitting on 5 idle properties within Nairobi CBD valued at 4.02 billion shillings. But despite the demonstrably questionable investment acumen, outright investment that ought to rake in funds for NSSF also struggled to do so in the period under review, with the report showing that in the period under review, documents provided to the Auditor General shows that 8 tenants owed the fund a total of 13 million shillings, 973,012 shillings in rent arrears and had obtained a court injunction. To further add salt to the wound, the fund went on to spend 317 million shillings, 586,319 on travel, conferences and meetings, out of which 11,312,400 shillings was spent on conferences. Of concern, however, is that the facilities were procured through a request for quotation from non-registered suppliers. The fund went on to spend 51 million shillings, 26,216 on motor vehicle running expenditure, with fuel accounting for 3.2 million shillings. In the same period under review, NSSF spent a total of 410 million shillings, 888,300 on renovation, out of which 14,438,945 was spent on renovation works procured through request for quotation, and an additional 36,340,392 shillings was spent towards the acquisition of property, plants and equipment. An additional 2 million was spent to acquire a reception desk. In the period under review, NSSF also failed to meet its membership target of 650,000, only registering 556,300 new members, leaving a gap of 93,696, an equivalent of 14% underperformance. The Board of Trustees did not leave empty-handed either, with the report report indicating that a whopping 68 million shillings, 782,807 shillings was spent as trustee emolument out of the 6.9 billion shillings administrative cost. Jamie Mbogo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.